The United States said that Friday it will deny the visas to the member of the Palestinian Authority to attend the next month's United Nations General Assembly, where France is leading to a push of the recognizing of the Palestinian state. The extraordinary step further aligns the President Donald Trump's administration with the Israel government, which is fighting a war against the Palestinian group Hamas in the Gaza. Israel adamantly rejects a Palestinian state and has sought to lump together the Western Bank-based Palestinian Authority with the rival Hamas. Also, the Secretary of the State, that is Marco Rubio, also denying and revoking the visas from the members of the Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO) and the Palestinian Authority (PA) ahead of the upcoming United Nations General Assembly, the State Department said in a statement. Also, the Donald Trump administration has been clear it is our national and the security interest to hold the PLO and the PA accountable for not complying with their commitments and for undermining the prospect for peace, it said. Using a term favored by the Donald Trump to deride his legal troubles while out of office, the State Department accused the Palestinians of the lawfare by turning to the International Criminal Court and the International Criminal Court of Justice to take up grievances with Israel. It called on the Palestinian Authority to drop efforts to secure the unilateral recognition of a conjectural Palestinian state. The Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar, writing on the X platform, thanked the Donald Trump administration for this bold step and for standing by Israel once again. The Palestinian Authority called for the United States to reverse its decision, which is said stands in clear contradiction to the international law and the United Nations headquarters agreement. Abbas hopes to attend. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, a veteran 89-year-old leader who once had cordial relations with Washington, had planned to attend the United Nations meeting, according to the Palestinian ambassador to the United Nations, Riyad Mansour. The United Nations spokesperson Stephen Dujarric also said it was important for all the states and observers, which include the Palestinians, to be represented at the summit scheduled for the day before the General Assembly begins. We obviously hope that this will be resolved, Dujarric said. The United States and Israel have accused France and other powers of rewarding the Hamas, which launched an unprecedented attack on Israel on October 7, 2023, through their recognition of Palestinian state. The French President Emmanuel Macron, also exasperated by the relentless nearly 2-year Israeli offensive on Gaza in response to the attack, has argued that there can be no further delay in pushing forward a peace process. Since his announcement, Canada and Australia also said they would recognize a Palestinian state, and Britain said it would do so unless Israel agrees to a ceasefire in Gaza. Shattering norms under an agreement as host of the United Nations in New York, the United States is not supposed to refuse visas for officials heading to the world body. The State Department insisted it was complying with the agreement by allowing the Palestinian mission. Also, the activists each year pressed the United States to deny visas to leaders of the countries that they oppose, often over grave human rights violations, but their appeals are almost always rejected. In a historic step, in 1988, the General Assembly convened in Geneva rather than New York to the hearing of the PLO leader Yasser Arafat after the United States refused to allow him in New York. In 2013, the United States refused a visa to Sudan's then President Omar al-Bashir, who faces an ICC arrest warrant over the allegations of genocide in Darfur. The Trump plans to attend the General Assembly, where he will deliver one of the first speeches in a marathon session of leaders, but his administration has sharply curtailed relations with the United Nations and other international institutions. Trump has moved to pull out of the World Health Organization and the United Nations Climate Pact. He has always also moved to the slapping of the sanctions on the ICC judges over the arrest warrant for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.